Okay, we're officially recording. All right, so if other people jump on, that's okay. I'm just gonna go for it. So here's the deal. Since I joined April of 2015, and I have always done Instagram. Like it's just, I mean, I have signed a few people on Facebook here and there. And when I first started, I did. Obviously, that's my warm market, but I've just never really grasped it, I guess. Like I have Instagram, and so I've kind of like put it on the back burner. But I realized how many people I'm missing out on and like what kind of market Facebook really has. And so my goal for 2017, one of them was to figure out Facebook and just start watching some training videos and what doing whatever I could to learn it. And so this Zoom tonight is going to be everything that I've learned since like I guess January 1st. And I'm telling you guys, it works. Like I literally have potential distributors that are on the fence. I mean, they're probably all going to join. They are going to join next month. I know it. And they're all from Facebook. So, at the end, if you guys have questions, I can answer it, or we can do it like on the team page. It doesn't matter. But okay, so here we go. I'm getting into it. The very first thing is when people join this business, they automatically are like, oh, yay, I'm an It Works distributor. Now I need to be a salesperson. And that everybody just thinks you need to start posting ads, or you need to start sharing other people like the It Works global page, or whatever it is. Like we automatically think we're a salesperson, but we're not that at all. In fact, you want to be the exact opposite of a salesperson. And for those of you, whether you're new, whatever it is, however long you've been in here, if you did do that, myself included, I absolutely did this, you probably noticed that people were either unfollowing you, blocking you, or they just weren't interacting with you at all because you annoyed them. So that's the very first thing is do not become a salesperson when you join this business. People are friends with you on Facebook and they follow you on Facebook because they want to see you. They want to see your family. They want to know what you're doing during the daytime. And I actually, I think it was Pam Souter who said in one of these Facebook Zooms that I watched, she said that today's reality show is social media. People watch your Facebook and your Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter. They're watching all of that like it's a reality show, and they're intrigued and they're interested and they're nosy and they always want to know what you're doing. So if you can keep them engaged and intrigued by taking selfies, taking pictures of the fun you're having throughout your day, if you can do that, but also incorporate It Works, you're gonna be golden. And this is on any social media platform, but especially Facebook. So for example, before you joined It Works, if you posted a picture of your family, you would probably post it and say, me and the fam, or me and so whoever it is. But when you join It Works, you're going to post that same picture, but the caption is going to be different. It's going to say either I'm so thankful that I get to work from home and be with and whoever's in the picture, or if you're not working from home yet, you're going to say I'm so excited I just joined a business that's going to allow me to one day be home with, and then whoever's in the picture with you. And that's it. You're just changing the wording and the captions that you're posting in the pictures. You want people to still want to be friends with you. You want them to scroll through their news feed and see a picture that you posted and be like, oh, or like, wow, what a pretty picture, or have some kind of reaction other than, oh my gosh, it's another It Works post. And they're just going to either scroll past you or click the unfollow button. So you really want to make sure that you're still being yourself. You're still the exact same person you were before you joined this business. And you have, like I said, you have to keep them intrigued. And a really good analogy of this is you want to be like a fisherman. Your post is like you throwing that line out in the water, and now it's sitting there, and each post that you make, it's there's going to be fish that are swimming by your bait, and then one post that you make is going to reel them in, and you're slowly going to be reeling it in, reeling it in, reeling it in, and with all the posts that you're making, to the point where they're going to bite, and they're either going to say to you, okay, what is it that you're doing? Or when you message them, they're going to be like, yes, I have been wondering what you're doing. So, and then another thing too in your post is don't give out too much information. You need to keep people intrigued. So, for example, if you're posting about a product, say it's the fat fighters, you don't have to show them a picture of the bottle and say, hey, who wants to try my fat fighters? They're going to block fat and carbs, and you can take them up to 2 hours after you eat. You don't have to do that. You can do a live video, a demonstration of it, and then at the end of it, you can say, um, by the way, if anybody's interested, I'm looking for 3 people to do a 90-day challenge with me, but you need to message me ASAP. That's one example. Another one is just a simple picture of the fat fighters in your hand, and you can say something like, good a good thing I have these. I was able to have pizza and not feel guilty. And don't say anything about the supplement, not what it's called, what it does, nothing. And people are gonna be like, what is that? What does she mean she gets to have that? And they're gonna message you, or they're gonna leave a comment on your picture, and you're not going to answer them on the comment. You're going to, hold on a second. Can I mute people? I feel like if I hit mute, it's going to be muting myself.
There should be a mute all. There should be a mute all.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I don't know. I'm just going to keep playing. So, okay, that's a little bit about posting. Now, the most important part about posting is the fact that you are consistent and that you post every single day. Now, you don't want this to become stressful. You don't want to be sitting at work, because most of you guys do work. You don't want to be sitting at work freaking out because you haven't posted. Okay, I do need to mute everyone. It's really distracting me. Only the okay, what about mute on entry? Let me try that. I think, Stephanie, I think it might be, oh,
sorry.
You did it. You got it. That's okay, you're fine. Okay, so I just get distracted real easily. Okay, so consistency. You guys, don't let this stress you out. There are people who, it's called the 3-3 rule. It's something that Jade Hooper talks about all the time, and that is 3 business posts and 3 product model posts every day. But you don't have to do that. That's for people who really need a strict schedule, who need guidance, who don't know, the number of posting. Don't worry about that. If you can at least get 1 business post and 1 product post a day, then do that. But your posts need to have, if that's all you're doing, then the quality needs to be really good. So again, don't post a picture of a bottle of fat fighters and say, who wants to try some fat fighters? It's going to have to be an intriguing post. Same thing with your business post. You don't want to just say, who wants to join my team for $99? Like, it's going to have to be a heartfelt post of why you joined, or what the future looks like for you, or how you just made $50 in wrap cash. It's got to be a really good, intriguing post if you're only able to do a couple a day. And you also, if you are, say you're doing 1 business and 1 product post a day, you need to be doing other posts also. Like, so let's say in the morning you do a business post, then sometime in the afternoon do something not related to It Works at all, whether it's like something funny, just a random picture of your kids, your pets, whatever it is. But definitely change it up a little bit. Don't have every single post about It Works. But like I said, you want to be the same person that you were before you joined. You want to post the same things that you would have before, but make sure that you're posting every day. That every day that you're not posting about your business is a day that your business is closed. So if I'm a potential and I'm following you on Facebook and you're posting really, you're really intriguing me and I'm really curious and I feel like this might be something I want to do, but then tomorrow you don't post anything about it, and then the next day you don't post anything about it, and then all of a sudden I have somebody else in my news feed who's posting about it works and how they just joined and why they joined and what they're going to do, and I start watching them and they're posting all the time, and you're kind of like wishy-washy. I'm not going to join you even if I'm friends with you and I don't know the other person. I'm not joining you because I don't think that you're serious. And actually that kind of was a situation for me. I mean, Shelby is one of my very best friends, but I also had another, I mean, she was in my wedding, another very close friend of mine who was in It Works way before Shelby was. And that's kind of what happened to me. I saw it first through this girl and I was like, wow, that's really cool, but I don't really know what it is. And then Shelby started, and Shelby, even probably still to this day, has never missed a day of posting. And I ended up joining her because the other girl who I first was watching stopped posting. And then now, she still does every once in a while here and there. But to me, like, she didn't take it seriously. And so I didn't join her. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. Like, even though you don't think it, people are watching you, and whether or not they're liking or commenting, I never liked or commented on any of Shelby's or the other girls' posts ever. And but just because you're not getting likes and comments doesn't mean people aren't watching you. And there are other It Works distributors who are being consistent and who are being heartfelt and intriguing, and they're not going to join you if you're not doing this every day. So make sure that if you aren't posting every day, make sure you make it a point. I mean, again, just you have to treat it like a business, and it takes, once you get the hang of it, it probably takes 5 minutes to pick the picture, edit it, which I'll tell you about my editing in a second, to edit the picture and make your posts. It's 5 minutes, which I think we all can say that we're on social media more than 5 minutes at a time anyways. So let me give you a quick side note about editing. I use PicTap Go, which there are 3 filters that I use for every single picture, and it's crispity, contrast, and brightness, and it just makes your pictures look 100 times better. It captures people's eyes. They want to see a clean, crisp, clear picture, and especially on Instagram. Facebook, it's important too, but especially on Instagram because that's all it is pictures. So again, I use PicTap Go. I believe it was $1. It might be $1.99. I can't remember, but it was a very well spent $2. And there's a ton of other ones, but you also don't want to make yourself look like super fake, like you don't have any wrinkles when you smile or anything. So just be mindful about that. Make sure your pictures are really nice, good quality. You don't have to go buy a fancy camera. I use my iPhone for every picture that I take. And really, the point of Facebook is to never, ever, ever make somebody unfollow you, even if they're not interested in this business at all, or they think that they're not. You want to keep them as a follower and you want them watching you no matter what. And that's going to happen by everything I just talked about: being intriguing, being funny, showing them your life, and they will keep watching you, and they're going to want to read your posts, and then eventually they're going to say, okay, just tell me what it is that you're doing. Okay, and then another thing about Facebook is, this was something that was huge for me, and I'm being very, very intentional about it now. But it's so easy to get caught up in being distracted on Facebook. Like, the second you get on there, the third thing that you scroll past, you're like, what? And you start reading about that. And then this girl is commenting something crazy, and you're like, what? And you click on her. And then 10 minutes goes by and you haven't done anything for your business. And it's really, really, I don't know about for you guys, but for me, that was happening to me all the time. Like, I was constantly getting completely distracted, which is probably why I work Instagram more. But I've been really, really good about it now. Like I set my timer on my phone, I sit down, and I don't do anything on Facebook other than work. And I have unfollowed people who don't bring anything to my business, and that is going to lead me to adding people. Um, so you guys need to think of yourselves as recruiters. Like you're getting on Facebook and you're looking at people who you want to be on your team, people who are going to be an asset to you and to your team. And you need to be picky about it. Like go to somebody's profile and check them out for a good minute. Just take 60 seconds, look at their profile picture. Is it a picture of them? Do they look happy? And then start looking at their page. Like, are they negative? Are they doing nothing but posting political stuff? Are they cussing every other word? Do they only share memes? Like, look at all of this stuff, because you don't want somebody who's not going to be a good asset on your team. So why would you even add them as a friend? And I've been really good about this also lately, and it's making a huge difference. I've cleaned up my Facebook so much over this past month with people who I'm like, why did I ever even add this person? Like they're nobody I would ever want on my team. And if you keep that mindset, like you're going on Facebook to recruit people, it's a lot easier. So again, go to their profile, look at them, take a minute and look at what they're posting. Are they pretty active on Facebook? Have they posted in the last couple of days? Check all of that stuff out. And if they meet your standards, then add them as a friend. And then this is a process that you're going to go through to add people on Facebook. So one thing I highly recommend is to steer clear of the suggested friends. Facebook has that suggested friends thing. And the problem with that is you're probably going to have a ton of mutual friends with them who are in It Works. I mean, that happens to me all the time. Anybody who's suggested, I always find at least one It Works distributor, and you don't want to do that. So stay away from that. Go to my favorite new thing that I learned from Susan Wade is when you're scrolling through your newsfeed and you see those little ads, look at that ad. If it's like for me earlier today, it was something to do with babies. I can't remember what it was now, but it was like a baby product, and it had thousands of comments on it. So I started reading through the comments, and I just looked at what people were saying. If it was something positive, I clicked on their profile, I checked them out, I was doing my recruiting, and I would add them as a friend. And this is what you do when you add somebody as a friend. As soon as they accept you, you get the notification when they accept you. Go to their Facebook page, click on follow, and do see first. And what that's going to do is every time you get on Facebook, if they've made a post, they're going to be at the top of your newsfeed, and you're going to comment on it or you're going to like it. And then every time you get on, and this is for everybody you add. So I recommend doing 10 people a day. So all 10 people, as soon as they accept your friend request, you go to their Facebook page, follow them first, and then every day when you get on there, you should be seeing all of your potentials in your newsfeed at the top, and make sure you're interacting with them. You need to like and you need to comment. You can either, oh, that's she had a question. You can go through a couple of their recent posts, whatever you need to do, but make sure you're interacting with them, because the more you like and comment on their stuff, the more they're going to see your stuff. That's the Facebook algorithm. So if me and Felicia are liking each other's posts every single day and we're commenting on each other's stuff every day, that's great and it's awesome, and I love encouraging my team, and I want you guys to all have likes and comments on your post. But the problem is, if you're doing that, all that's going to be in your news feed is their stuff, and all they're going to see is your stuff. So basically you're going to be posting, and only It Works distributors are going to see your post. So I definitely, even though it's like a sad thing to do, I highly recommend that you unfollow your It Works distributors. Now, that doesn't mean that they're not your friend on there. You can still go to their page. You guys are still friends. You're just not going to see their posts in your newsfeed. And the thing is that they're clogging potential distributors for you. So I can go into more detail about this, but there is a way.
Ashley?
Yeah.
Sorry, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
How many have you done that follow the see first? Because I was doing that on some of them, and it told me I had reached my limit.
Oh, like in one day or like in general?
No, like you could go through and it said, like when you do it on one person, it says, do you want to manage your other friends? And you can go through and manage like other people that you're already friends with if you want to see their stuff first. And I think there's like only so many that you can see first. And then it tells you like you have to get rid of people.
It hasn't told me that yet, but
Okay.
that's where the feeds will come in handy. So if you guys don't know how to do this, the initial setup has to be done on a computer. And I don't even know if I can I can walk you through it. So you would go to a person that you're friends with on Facebook, and at the very top, I think it's like the top left, you'll see like it'll say friends, following, it'll say like a few things under them. If you click on friends, you can do edit friends list, and then there's all kinds of different categories you can put them in. And so for me, whenever I add somebody, I do see first, and then I also add them to my PDT list. And so what that does is every time I get on Facebook, I can look at my team, like I can click on my team feed, and all that's going to be in my news feed is my team. So I can at least like give them some love. And then I also have a family category, so I can click on them and I can see all my family on there. So I get to still see what they're up to. But then I also have my potentials, and I click on that, and then it's just potential distributors. So do both. Like if you have reached that limit, then definitely use the feed option, because that's an awesome way to filter out, especially during like a power hour. It's a great way to just get them all knocked out, interacting with them. But what you're going to do is you're going to interact with these people for a good week, maybe week and a half, and then you're going to message them. If they don't message you first, then you're going to message them, and it's not going to be a typing message. It's going to be a voice message, which I don't know why, but the first time I did this, I was like panicking. I was really nervous. Even though I do voice messages all the time, I had never reached out to somebody initially with a voice message. And here's a really good example of what you can say. This is a script that Susan Wade gave. And if you guys are taking notes, I can leave this in a comment so you don't have to like scribble really quickly. But this is after a week of liking and commenting. You're going to send a voice message and say something along the lines of, "Hey, Sarah, I've loved connecting with you this week. Your children are adorable. I run a business, and I don't know if you've seen it on my Facebook. And after watching your posts and seeing how positive and fun you are, I think you would be a great asset to my team. Have you ever been interested in making some extra money on the side?" I use that exact script for, I don't know, this whole past like 7-8 days to people who I've been interacting with. And those are all my new potential distributors, because they're all like, yeah, I mean, that sounds pretty cool. What exactly is it that you do? And then you just go from there. And the key is talk to them like a friend. Don't make it awkward. Don't sound like weird and salesy. Just reach out to them, give them a compliment, tell them you've enjoyed interacting with them, and then just say like, "I really think you'd be awesome at what I do. Are you at all interested in some extra information or in making some extra money?" Or whatever question you want to ask them. But I'm telling you guys, I don't know what it is, but that voice message works a million trillion times better than just sending out the message. I cannot tell you how many people have read and ignored my messages in the past, but I think it's just like hearing your voice. It's more personal. They feel like they can trust you a little bit more because they hear that you're a human, and they can hear your emotion and your excitement. So I really, 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 really want you guys to try to start doing that. And then, guys, if you do that every single day, if you're adding 10 people a day on Facebook, 10 quality people who you have checked out to make sure that that's somebody you want on your team, if you're doing that and you're interacting with these people every day, your list of potential distributors is going to be huge. I mean, I honestly have only been doing this for 1 month now, and I've gotten more potentials this month than I have in a long time. So if you're like me and you don't work Facebook that much, you're going to see a huge change. If you already work Facebook, I mean, if you're not doing this, you'll definitely still see a huge change. But it's really exciting. Like, Facebook is so huge. There's so many people on Facebook who, they may not even be seeing your post because people, I think it's what, 7% of your friends see your post. But that's all. Like, those are all the notes that I have from all the Zooms that I've watched. I mean, it's really kind of straightforward stuff. But do you guys, real quick before we're done, do you guys have any questions? I don't even know who's on here. Let me scroll. Hold on. Okay, I can post that script in the thread when we get off here in the Zoom post that I made. I'll post in the comments that little script. And then let me know if there's something else that I need to post. I don't know if there is or not.
I was gonna say about the actual post. If I saw this on one of the trainings that they were talking about, it's you save them on Instagram, but like when you go to Instagram, instead of, I know you can turn off your Wi-Fi or whatever, turn off your connection, you can do it that way. But the way I've been doing it is, and then I use them on Facebook if I need to, but you can like basically create the post all the way up until right before you post it. And then if you hit the back button twice, you can hit to save it. So like if there's a day that I know that I'm going to be like super busy the next day, the night before or whenever I'm doing like actual like work, I will sit down and I will plan out like, I don't know, like maybe 4 or 5 posts. And I just have them all stored like on and you can store however many. I think right now like I have like just 10 sitting there. So like I'll write up stuff, I'll find pictures, whatever, and then they're just sitting there. So like if I'm super busy, I'm out and about, I'm doing all kinds of stuff, and I don't have time to like sit down and type something out, I just post one of the ones that's already saved there.
That's awesome. I had no idea you could do that.
I saw it in the training.
That's really helpful for people who have jobs too, because I know Instagram, obviously I know you can do it there, but I had no idea you could do that, so thank you.
Yeah, so I just save them on that Instagram, and then I can use them on Facebook too if I need to, because I just copy it and paste it over to Facebook.
The last thing I will say, she just reminded me, is don't, when you make a post on Instagram, I don't even know what it looks like anymore, but I know there's a way to also put that exact post on Facebook, like Instagram will post it for you. But don't do that, because for whatever reason, Facebook doesn't like that very much, and they hide those posts. So if you're making a post on Instagram and you're sharing it to Facebook, I would probably say 99% of the people on your Facebook aren't even seeing that post. So just copy and paste it. Like if you're on Instagram making a post, copy and paste it and then do it that way on Facebook. That's what I do every day. Because otherwise it hides that post. I don't know why. Facebook's algorithm is really weird, but okay, I really, me, I like to keep our Zooms like 30 minutes or less. So that's it. That's all I have for you guys. But everybody who's on here, let me know, like in the next, I don't know, 2 weeks or so, let me know how this works for you guys, because it is, like I said, it's been making a huge impact on my business, and I want to hear from you guys and see if it's helpful for you too, okay? Everyone's muted, so I'm going to take that as all right, Ashley, we will.
Thank you, Ashley.
Okay, guys. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, guys, have a good night. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, you too. Bye, guys.
Good night.